Make the ground shake.
Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Gummy, and today we are back for another statue tutorial. Today we are doing another YouTuber. Now, YouTuber we are doing today is one that some people love, some people hate, almost like Marmite, I guess you could say. Today we are doing Mr. Killer, or DJ Keemstar. So Keemstar, of course, being known for the channel Drama Alert, being, I guess, the news reporter for the community. Now, as I said, there's mixed opinions about him, so if you like him, you like him. If you don't, that's also cool. I have done a scarce video in the past, if you want to check that out. But apart from that, let's get right into the tutorial. So, the blocks you'll need are the following. You'll need black wool, block of coal, white stained clay, red stained clay, red wool, grey wool, black stained clay, brown stained clay, snow, dark oak planks, dark oak wood stairs, quartz stairs, dark oak slabs, and also black carpet. So if you want to pause here and grab them blocks into your inventory, that will be great. And yes, I'm going to use the same joke over again because it's my favourite part of his videos. Let's get right into the tutorial. Okie dokie, so let's begin. We're going to start off by building the legs. Now the legs are 12 tall and 8 wide. We're going to start off on the floor, and we're going to place 1 coal, 2 black wool, 2 coal, 2 black wool, and 1 block of coal. So that is the first layer. As I said, there's 12 layers for this part in total. That is layer number uno, and let's continue. So the second layer is going to be simply 8 black wool. So as I said, second layer is 8 black wool. Layer number 3 is the exact same as layer number 1, so we're going to place 1 coal, 2 black wool, 2 coal, 2 black wool, and 1 block of coal. So currently it's 3 blocks tall, 8 blocks wide, and that is our shoes. Okie dokie. So above the shoes, what we're going to do is 3 layers of 8 white stained clay. So as I said, 3 solid layers of white stained clay, and then we're going to build some shorts. So currently 6 blocks tall, and then of course the shorts are going to be 6 blocks tall as well, and that will be 12 in total. So the 7th layer is 1 red wool, 2 red stained clay, 2 red wool, 2 red stained clay, and 1 red wool. On top of this, we're going to do 4 layers of 8 red stained clay, so that's 2, 3, and lucky number 4. And that brings us to the 11th layer. So as you can see, right now it is 11 blocks tall, 8 blocks wide. The 12th and final layer is going to be 2 red wool, 1 red stained clay, 2 red wool, 1 red stained clay, and 2 red wool. Once you've done that, that is the legs complete. As you can see, that is 12 tall, 8 wide, consists of 3 layers for shoes, 3 layers for, I guess, like knees, and 6 layers for shorts. So if you want to pause here, you are more than welcome to do so, and then we can move right on. That probably would have been a good enough time to make a Keemstar joke, but whatever, let's continue. So, moving on now to the body. The body, just like the legs, is 12 tall and 8 blocks wide. What we're going to do is we're going to start off by placing 2 coal, 4 black wool, and 2 coal. And from here, what we're going to do is go 4 blocks to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, using white stained clay, and exact same on the right side. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right using white stained clay, and essentially what this is doing is marking out where the arms start, and it means we don't have to count later on. It just saves a bit of time, it is very convenient, and then we'll continue with the body, because we're not going to do the arms for now, we'll come back to that later on. Again, what we've done there is just a time-saving tactic. So, the second layer of the body is 1 block of coal, 6 black wool, and 1 block of coal. The third layer is 1 block of coal, 6 black wool, and 1 block of coal. So it's very, very simple. The fourth layer, even easier, is 8 black wool. And the 5th, 6th, and 7th layer is also the exact same in terms of 3 black wool, 2 grey wool, and 3 black wool. And as I said, you repeat that twice more for the 6th and 7th layer. So that consists of 3 black wool, 2 grey wool, and 3 black wool. So you do that for 3 layers, and as I said, that is the 5th, 6th, and 7th layer. For the 8th layer, we're simply going to cap it off with another layer of 8 black wool. The 9th layer, we're going to place 1 coal, 6 black wool, and 1 block of coal. For our, I've lost track, this must be our 9th or 10th layer? Our 9th layer, I believe, is going to be 1 coal, 2 black wool, 2 coal, 2 black wool, and 1 coal. And that was indeed our 10th layer, just confirmed. The 11th layer we're going to place is 1 coal, 2 black wool, 2 white stained clay, 2 black wool, and 1 block of coal. And our 12th and final layer is simply 2 coal, 4 white stained clay, and 2 blocks of coal. Once you've done that, 12 by 8 for the body, but most importantly, 24 by 8 for the statue in general. So again, this would be a good time to pause if you are looking to. As I said, it's always recommended if you pause, because it means that kind of lowers the chances of you messing things up or getting something slightly wrong along the way. Of course, if you do mess up, that's not a problem. That's why it's a tutorial video. You can pause the video, go back and see where things have gone wrong. If it's still a bit of a problem, let me know down in the comments below and I'll try and address it on a more personalized basis. Anyways, again, this is what it looks like currently, and we're now going to move on. So, what we're going to be moving on to now is, of course, the arms. Each arm is 12 tall and 4 wide, and we're going to start on the left one. Now, if you haven't already marked out where they go, you come to the 13th layer of the build, and go 4 blocks to the left. This is the first layer, and it consists of 4 white stained clay. On top of this, we're going to do 6 more layers of white stained clay, so 7 in total. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and lucky number 6, and that is 7 tall and 4 wide. That leaves us with 5 layers remaining. For the 8th layer, we're going to place 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal. The next layer, the 9th layer, is the exact same. 1 coal, 2 black wool, and 1 coal. Our 10th layer is 4 black wool. 11th layer, 1 black, 2 grey, 1 black, and the 12th layer the exact same. So 1 black, 2 grey, and 1 black wool. And as you can see, that is 12 tall, 4 wide, and that is the left arm. Now the right arm is the exact same, so if you want to do that yourself and skip ahead, feel free, but I will be going over it nevertheless. Okie dokie. So heading over to the right side, as I said, same logic applies. You come to the 13th layer of the build, go 4 blocks to the right using white stained clay. On top of this, you're going to do 6 more layers, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and number 6, and that is, of course, 7 in total. And for our final 5 layers, we do 2 layers of 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal. As I said, 1 coal, 2 black wool, and 1 coal. You then have a layer of 4 black wool, and then the final 2 layers is, of course, 1 black wool, 2 grey wool, and 1 black wool. It will be the exact same as the left side, and if you back up, it should look something like this. I'll get rid of my arm, just so we can have a easier view, and then we'll move on to making this 3D, because of course right now, it isn't really a skin statue, it is a pixel art. Okie dokie, so it is currently 24 tall, 16 wide, 8 wide if you are not including the arms. Not sure why you wouldn't include the arms, but that's always a possibility. Some people might not want to give Mr. DJ Keemstar some arms. Of course, I'm not sure why. Anyways, moving on now. As I said, we're going to be doing the sides of the legs, the sides of the arms, making it 3D. So what we're going to do is come to the bottom left corner, to this block of coal right here, and we're going to come around to the left side. From here, we expand 3 blocks to the left, consisting of 2 black wool and 1 coal. Now, essentially, for the size of the legs are going to be 12 tall and 4 wide at the sides. However, the 4th layer is already done. This layer here is, of course, our 4th layer, which means we're only placing 3 blocks per row, per layer, should I say, and that will add up to 4 in total. So it's very, very simple. Same pretty much logic as the front side. We're going to go from left to right, layer by layer. Of course, I'll back up after every layer just so you can pause. And, of course, take your time. So the first layer consists of 1 coal, 2 black wool. The second layer consists of 3 black wool. The third layer is 1 block of coal and 2 black wool. On top of this, we're going to do 3 layers of 3 white stained clay. So that is the 6 layers, first 6 layers, should I say, complete. On top of this, we're going to place 1 red wool and 2 red stained clay. And then we're going to do 4 layers of 3 red stained clay. So that's 2, 3, and 4. And that will bring you to the second to last layer. For the last layer, we place 1 red wool, 2 red stained clay. As you can see, that gives you a 6 tool area of red stained clay, minus a block in each corner, which we're going to replace with red wool. That is 12 tool, 4 wide, and from a side angle looks like this. Now, as I said earlier, the good news is the other side is the exact same. So if you want to skip the video, save yourself a bit of time, wouldn't blame you to be honest, then that is always a option. Of course, I will go through it, nevertheless, just for the people that want me to. So, coming around to the right side, same logic applies. We go to the bottom right corner to this coal here. We then come around to the side and expand 2 to right using black wool, and then 1 block of coal. 12 by 4 in total is what the leg is going to be, or the side of the leg. This is the 4th layer already done. In this case, it's our 1st layer, but as I said, it's already done. So, coming back to the bottom, the 1st layer is already done. We're going to have 2 black wool and 1 coal. The 2nd layer is 3 black wool, and then the 3rd layer is 2 black wool and 1 coal. The 4th, 5th, and 6th layer, of course, is white stained clay, so 3 white stained clay for each layer. And then what we're going to do is our 6 by 4 of red stained clay, and so simply just build up on the 2nd and 3rd layer 6 red stained clay, and then for the 3rd and final layer we're going to place 1 red wool, 4 red stained clay, and 1 red wool. And again, from a head-on angle looks like this, and then from a corner angle like this. Okie dokie, so that is the legs complete. Now of course I will come back later in the video and give you guys more opportunity to pause if that's what you want to do. We'll do a proper spin around, but for now we're going to move on to the arms. So for the arms, we're going to start off by coming around to the rear side of the statue, come to the bottom layer and expand 1, 2, 3 backwards all the way across using white stained clay, and that will give you a 4x4 square, as you can see here, of white stained clay. If you come over to the other side now, again, bring it all the way back, 3 blocks on each side, gives you a 4x4 of white stained clay, and that is our platform. From this platform, we're going to build up and make the side of the arm. So we're going to start on the left side first. It should currently look like a backwards L. Same logic as the legs applies here. It is a 12 by 4. The 4th layer is already done, so we're placing 3 blocks per row. And the first 7 layers is simply white stained clay. So on top of the base layer we just placed, we're then going to place 6 more layers of 3 white stained clay. Hopefully your placement isn't as abysmal as mine is there. But as you can see, 7 tall and 4 wide. For the remaining 5 layers, we're going to place 1 coal, 2 black wool. The next layer, 1 coal, 2 black wool. On top of this, we'll place 3 black wool. And then for the final 2 layers is 1 black wool, 2 grey, and then 1 black wool. So, that is it. That is the sides of the arms. Of course, I say sides because the other side is the exact same. So, if you want to skip ahead, again, you know the procedure. Just do it. Just skip ahead in the video. Nice and simple. So from a side angle now, you can really see the statue starting to come together, and hopefully you can see the resemblance of Mr. Keemstar himself. Okie dokie. So heading around to the right side now. Of course, the first 7 layers is white stained clay, so that's nice and simple. Just bring it all the way up to the same level as this one here. For the 8th layer, we're going to do 2 black wool and 1 coal, and same for the 9th layer. So that's 2 layers of coal, 2 black wool, coal. The 10th layer now is simply 3 black wool, and then the 11th and 12th layer is of course 1 black wool, 2 grey, and 1 black wool. Of course I said simple and then completely say the wrong block. But as you see, it looks like this, and then from a side angle like this. So, really nice, making progress. If you come around to the rear side, however, your hopes and dreams will be crushed because it's a mess. And that is, of course, what we're going to be working on now. Filling this all in and then wrapping up the body and moving on to the head. Okay, so we're going to start off with the back side of the legs, the rear side of the legs. The rear side of the legs is 12 tall and 8 wide. However, row on the left is already done. Same with row on the right. So that's 2 layers already done. Which means if you do some real proper hardcore maths, some really advanced maths, you'll know that if you take away 2 from 8, that means we're only placing 6 blocks per layer. So 6 blocks per layer, 12 in total, and it's very simple. I feel like I say that a lot, very simple, but that's because this statue is, of course, very simple. So the first layer we're going to start off, next to this coal here, we place 2 black wool, 2 coal and 2 black wool. Exact same as the front side. So the second layer is of course 6 black wool, and then the third layer is 2 black, 2 coal and 2 black. As I said, exact same as the front side. The next 3 layers is of course 6 white stained clay. Again, exact same as the front side. And just to cap it off, the shorts are of course the exact same as the front side. So the 7th layer is 2 red stained clay, 2 red wool and 2 red stained clay. Then 4 layers of 6 red stained clay, and then a layer of course 1 red wool and 2 red stained clay. So 1 red wool, 2 red stained clay, 2 red wool, 2 red stained clay. So slight difference. If you come around to the front side, you'll see that there's 2 red, 1 clay. On the rear side, it's 1 red wool, 2 clay. But if you want to keep it symmetrical, feel free to change it up a bit. That's just, of course, a guideline. You're more than welcome to change it whatever way you want to. Okay, so that is the rear side of the legs. Moving on up to the rear side of the body now, and again, you'll see some really strong resemblances. So we're going to start off on the bottom left corner by placing 2 coal, 1 black wool, 2 coal, 1 black wool, and 2 coal. As you can see, the only difference is the 2 middle blocks is now coal. The second layer is 1 coal, 6 black wool, and 1 coal. The third layer is 1 coal, 6 black wool, and 1 coal. The fourth layer is 8 black wool. So that is, of course, again, the fourth layer. The 5th, 6th, and 7th, just like the front side, is 3 black wool, 2 grey, and 3 black wool. So we do that twice more as well. I'll just do all the black wool first, and then the grey wool, just to save a bit of time and be ultra efficient. The next layer is 8 black wool, again, just to cap it all off. And then we're going to do, again, another layer of 8 black wool. So 2 layers of solid 8 black wool. The 10th layer now is 1 coal, 6 black wool, and 1 coal. And we do that again for the 11th layer. So another layer of 1 coal, 6 black wool, and 1 coal. And for the final, the 12th layer, we're going to place 3 coal, 2 black wool, and 3 coal. Of course, slightly different to the front side because we're not going to have a neck on the rear side. Because, of course, he's wearing a V-neck t-shirt at the front and not a V-neck t-shirt at the back. So that is the rear side. Again, very plain, easy to copy. But if you are struggling, go back in the video. Maybe even slow it down. I know there's an option now on YouTube to slow down the video if you want to do that. That's also, if you don't find my narration, I guess, helpful, which is fair enough. I know that narration doesn't work for everyone, so do whatever you feel is best for you. Now, that brings us onto the rear side of the arms. Now, as I can show you, the first layer for each side is already done, so we're only placing 3 blocks per row. It's pretty much just a case of matching everything up. So, we're going to start on this arm here. The first 7 layers is white stained clay. Of course, the first layer is already done, so we're doing 6 layers of 3 white stained clay. That's the first 7 layers done. The 8th layer is 2 black wool, 1 coal, and same with the layer after that, 2 black wool and 1 coal. On top of this, we're going to place 3 black wool. Then we're going to place 2 grey wool, 1 black, and same again, 2 grey wool and 1 black wool. And that is 12 tall, 4 wide. And the other arm is, of course, the exact same. Just give you a brief second to pause. And then we're going to head over to this arm, the rear side of the left arm, and do the exact same again. So 7 layers of white stained clay, 6 on top of the original layer we have. And then 2 layers of 1 coal, 2 black wool. 1 layer of 3 black wool, and then 2 layers of 1 black, 2 grey. And again, 1 black, 2 grey, and that is the rear side. Okay, and that is the body in total. As I said, we will be doing a spin around in a second, but for now we're going to focus on the shoulders. So, in regards to the shoulders, we're going to come to the front side, and we'll come over to the left one first. In between this grey wool here, we're going to place a 2x2 of grey wool. And then to the right of that, we're going to place 2 grey wool. So essentially, this whole area here is grey wool. We do the exact same on the right side. So we place a 2x2 square. And then on the left side, we place 2 grey wool. And that is the left and right shoulder complete. Now, of course, where the head is going to be, you can just fill this in with black wool. It's going to be covered up anyway, so it doesn't really matter much. But it just caps it off and makes it look a tad more complete. Okie dokie. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab myself a arm removal service, I guess, and we're going to have a little fly around, and I'll show you what everything should look like so far, and give you, I guess, the ultimate opportunities to pause. Not going to get any better than this, because they, of course, are the ultimate. No better. So, what I'm going to do is come to a specific part of the statue. For example, right now, this is the front side of the legs. I'm going to state, of course, this is the front side of the legs. I'm also going to state that it's 12 tall and 8 wide, and there is no 3D effects. That is one of the beauties of this statue, is there is barely any 3D effects, because it's a very, very simple and very plain statue, but also super effective. So this is the front side of the legs. It is 12 tall and 8 wide, and of course, take the opportunity to pause. I'm not going to say that every time, because it will drive you guys mental. This is the front side of the body, 12 by 8, and the front side of each arm, 12 by 4. Coming around to the left side now, we have the left side of the leg, 12 tall, 4 wide. We have the left side of the arm, 12 tall, 4 wide. And coming around to the right side, they are the exact same as the left side, but this is the right side of the leg, 12 by 4. And the right side of the arm, of course, 12 by 4. Coming around to the rear side, we have the rear side of the legs, 12 by 8. The rear side of the body, 12 by 8, and the rear side of each arm, 12 by 4. And the final side, which is of course the shoulders, is 16 wide and 4 thick, and is very, very plain. Okie dokie. So hopefully you guys have this looking perfect so far, and then we can move on to the head. If you don't have it looking like this, of course don't move on to the head, because it just makes the problem worse, and I guess prolongs the issue. Doesn't fix it, just makes it worse. If you have any issues, of course, let me know down in the comments below. But hopefully that won't be the case. Hopefully you're all doing great. Okay, so what we're going to do now is come to the front side, aka the side with the neck. And we're going to come to the top left corner. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And on the 5th block, which should be a coal block, as you can see, we're going to place a black stained clay and bring it 2 forwards. Now we do the exact same now on the right side. So we go to the right side, we count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And on the 5th block, we place a black stained clay, bring it 2 forwards. And then what we're going to do is link them together by building all the way across on both layers. It should be a 6 block gap in the middle. We place 6 by 2 of black stained clay, and that will link it all together and give us an 8 by 2. What we're then going to do is come around to the side now, and we're going to expand to the left 1. So we punch out the first one and replace with white stained clay, and then from here we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the left, and same on this side. So we punch out the first black stained clay and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then just like the front side, we're going to join together by placing 6 blocks in the middle. That will give you an 8 by 2 overhang on the rear side, but most importantly, that will give you an 8 by 8 square, which is going to be the template for the head. So what I mean by template is the head is of course an 8 by 8 by 8 cube. So each side is going to be built off of this platform. So starting with the front side, aka the face, we got the first layer here, which is consisting of 8 black stained clay. The second and third layer, we're going to place 2 rows of 8 white stained clay. On top of this, we're going to place 1 white stained clay, 1 snow, 1 black stained clay, 2 white stained clay, 1 black, 1 snow, and 1 white stained clay. The next layer, which is the 5th layer, is the exact same, but instead of black, we're using brown. So we place 1 white, 1 snow, 1 brown stained clay, 2 white, 1 brown, 1 snow, and 1 white. On top of this, for our 5th layer, we're going to place simply... Oh no, this is our 6th layer, I can't count. We're going to place 8 white stained clay. For our 7th layer, we place 1 block of coal, 6 black wool, and 1 block of coal. And for our final layer, our 8th layer, we place 1 block of coal, 2 black wool, 2 snow. We're then going to leave a 1 block gap, place 1 black wool, and 1 coal. And in this 1 block gap, what we're going to do is grab ourselves a quartz stair, and we're going to have a quartz stair facing towards the left, like this. Now that will look a lot better once you build the top side of the hat, but for now should look like this. And that is of course an 8 by 8 square, so if you want to pause, feel free to do so. Now, you may be questioning, and it would be a very, very valid question, where is Mr. Daniel Keems' beard? Because of course he is well known for having his beard Also his bald head, but we're going to cover that up with a hat, and we're going to add the beard right now. So for this legendary beard, what we're going to do is we're going to come underneath the left eye here, this black stained clay. Directly underneath this, we're going to place a black stained clay, and directly underneath the black stained clay of the right eye, we place a dark oak plank. Now, of course, this is a 3D effect. It's on top of, not into, so that's something to bear in mind. What we're going to do is join them together by placing on the right side of the black stained clay, one dark oak, and then one black stained clay, and that's now a strip of 4. Working our way down on the left side, we're going to go down one using black stained clay, and down once more. Underneath this, we're going to place an upside down dark oak wood stair facing towards the left side. Now he kind of looks like a walrus, almost. Underneath the right side, we're going to bring it down one using dark oak plank, one black stained clay, and then we're going to place an upside down dark oak wood stair facing towards the right side. Now he looks like he has a very gnarly moustache. Okie dokie, so right here there should be 2 white stained clay visible, so there's a 2 block gap here, but right here we're going to cover it up by placing one dark oak and one black stained clay. Underneath these 2 blocks we're going to place 2 black stained clay, and underneath that, just like we did on the other one, we're going to place a dark oak wood stair facing towards the left on the left side, and one facing towards the right on the right side, just to cap it off and give it more point. What we're then going to do, because as you can see it's a very thin beard, very thin, but not really covering much of the face, we're going to start expanding it to the left and to the right. So on the left side, what we do is we come to the top left corner, go down one to the second block down, and we're going to go 1 block to the left using black stained clay, and underneath that we're going to place a dark oak. Next to this black stained clay, we're going to grab ourselves a dark oak slab, and on the lower half of the block, place a dark oak slab. So not on the upper half. If you place it on the upper half, it looks like that. On the lower half, it looks like this, and it makes the beard look wider and a bit more interesting. Now on the right side, we come to the top right corner to this dark oak, go down one, and to the right one using 1 black stained clay. Underneath the black stained clay, we're going to place 1 dark oak, and then coming from the right side of the black stained clay, we're going to place a dark oak slab on the lower half again, and it will give you something that looks like this. And that is, I must say, a very, very nice beard. Okie dokie, so that is the front side of the beard. There's a bit more to it, and that's what I'm going to explain now. So what we're going to do is go underneath the beard, and on this row directly behind, we're going to leave 1 block, and we're going to place 6 dark oak wood slabs and leave 1 block. So essentially, it's just to give it a bit more depth, and it covers up half a layer, as you can see, of the neck. What you could also do, if you want to, is replace the 6 blocks here with white stained clay, just so it transitions better into the neck itself. And of course the first layer is covered up by the beard. But that is the front side of the face complete. We will be adding some 3D effects for the hat, but we'll discuss that later on. So now what we're going to do is come around to the left side of the head. Of course this is going to be an 8x8, and I'll show you what to do layer by layer. So the first layer consists of 6 white stained clay and 2 black stained clay. The second layer is 4 white stained clay and 3 black stained clay. On top of this, we're going to do 3 white stained clay, 1 black stained clay, 2 dark oak, and 1 white stained clay. The fourth layer is 3 white stained clay, 1 black stained clay, 1 dark oak, 1 black stained clay, and 1 white stained clay. The next layer is 2 white stained clay, 3 black stained clay, 1 dark oak, and 1 white stained clay. And now we're going to start transitioning into the hat. So for the 6th layer, we're going to place 2 coal, 2 black wool, and 3 coal. And for the 7th and 8th layer, we're simply going to place 7 black wool. And that will link all together and give you an 8x8 square, as you can see right here. Of course, if you want to pause, feel free to do so. And then we're going to head around to the right side because it is slightly different. Okay, so I'll give you a side view, what it looks like so far. We're going to head round to the right side now and begin work on that. So of course the right side, first layer is 2 black stained clay, 6 white. The second layer is 2 black stained clay, 1 dark oak, and 4 white stained clay. The third layer is 1 white, 1 black stained clay, 1 dark oak, 1 black stained clay, and 3 white stained clay. The next layer is 1 white stained clay, 3 black stained clay, and 3 white. On top of that, we're going to place 1 white, 2 dark oak, 2 black stained clay, and 2 white. The layer on top of this, of course, just like the other side, we're going to start transitioning into the hat. So we place 3 coal, 2 black wool, and 2 coal. And on top of this, we place 2 layers of 7 black wool. And this is what the right side looks like. As you can see, as I said, slightly different from the left side, but follows the same kind of style. And that is a side view. So that brings us to the second to last side now, which is the rear side, and just like the other sides, it's just matching up as row already done on the left, row already done on the right, which means we're placing 6 blocks per layer. So the first 4 layers is simply white stained clay. That includes the original, so that's 2, 3, and 4. And you'll know it's correct because you should be 1 layer down from where the coal begins. What we're then going to do is place 1 white stained clay, 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, and 1 white stained clay, and that is on the 5th layer. On the 6th layer, we're going to place 2 black wool, 2 white stained clay, and 2 black wool. And then for the 7th and 8th, we simply place 6 black wool, and it links it all together, and that is the rear side of the head. For the top side, and this is where we're going to start adding some 3D effects, we're going to fill it all in currently with black wool, so fill in this 6x6 gap in the middle using black wool, and then we're going to add, as I said, a few small 3D effects. But before we do that, I'll show you around the head and what it looks like so far. Okay, so let me get rid of my arm for, I guess, the last time in this video. So this is the front side. Of course, that is an 8x8 square. We've got the beard, which hangs down by about 2 blocks. Yeah, 2 blocks in total. And then the underneath part, which you can see on the chin, which is a row of 6 half slabs. Coming around to the left side, again, it is an 8x8 square, same as all the other sides. The rear side, coming now, you can see the back of the hat. And then coming around to the right side. Apologies if you can hear fireworks in the background. I'm not really too sure why they're letting off fireworks a bit early for the fireworks celebrations. We just had Diwali, but of course that's the other day, so not too sure about that, but hey ho, let's see how it goes. That was a really unintentional rhyme there. Okay, so come to the front side, and what we're going to do for these 3D effects is come to the top left corner. We're then going to go down 1 to this block of coal here. We're going to go forwards 1 using coal, and we do the exact same on the right side. In between this, we're going to place a row of 6 black wool, and then bringing it forwards again, we're going to leave a 1 block gap, place 1 coal, 4 black wool, and 1 block of coal. And from below, looks like this, and from above, like this. Okie dokie. So, now what we're going to do, just to make the G Fuel logo look a tad better, so we're going to grab ourselves our quartz stair. Now, directly above this block of snow, we're going to place a black wool, and then we're going to go 1, 2 to the left. Punching out the middle block and the first block we placed, we're going to have an upside down quartz stair like this, facing towards the right side. What we're then going to do, and this is easier if you grab yourself a quartz slab rather than a quartz stair, is grab yourself, of course, a slab. We're going to place an upside down slab right here, and then 2 black wool. So, as you can see, 1 stair, 1 slab, 2 black wool. And there should be a 2 block gap on either side. What we're then going to do is turn this into the 3D effect. So the way we're going to do this is come to the stair, go diagonal to left, and on this side, on the right side, go diagonal to the right. From here, what we're going to do is expand backwards, 1, 2, and 3, and same on this side, 1, 2, and 3, and then go in diagonal and link together by placing 4 blocks. So essentially, there should be a 4x4 block gap in the middle. Fill that all in using black wool, and just to cap it all off and make it look a bit more neat, we're going to grab ourselves our black carpets, and on top of all the stuff we just placed, the extra layer, we're going to place a layer of black carpets. And the reason we're doing that is just so we don't have quartz on the top, it's only on the front to make up the logo. So as you can see, that's for his little G Fuel hat. It's as best as we could get it, and yeah, hopefully you enjoy it. But most importantly, that is the statue complete. From an upside down, or an up top view, should I say, it looks like this. And I'll get rid of my arm and wrap up the video. So again, I really do hope you enjoyed this video. Whether you hate Keemstar, you like him, hopefully you'll appreciate that this is a really cool statue. It might be me being a bit biased. I didn't actually design it, so credit to the designers. It was on RustledDaJimmies or Nebula's server. I believe it was either him or Diamond who designed this, so credit to them where credit is due. Really do appreciate the help with all the designs. I'll leave their information down in the description, so definitely go check them out and show them some support. Apart from that, really do hope you enjoyed. If you did, definitely consider leaving a like on the video, subscribing down below for more content on the channel, and also check out the second channel, GB Games Creations, or Extra Gummy, Gummy Extra, whatever you want to call it, where I'm going to start hopefully getting into more videos. Now in regards to Saturday's video, I'm not sure if it's going to be a FNAF sister location video or a special video. Have to see whether my package, which I'm kind of relying on arrives. If it doesn't, will probably be a sister location video, so check that out, stay tuned. Apart from that, my name has been Tom Gummy. I'll hopefully see you in another video in the very near future, and goodbye. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through?